All right, let's jump straight in. Google I/O 2025 just wrapped up, and wow, it was a lot. Almost 2 hours straight of announcements.
Yeah, seriously long. If you missed it, or maybe you saw bits and are thinking, what actually matters here, then you're in the right spot.
Exactly. We've basically done the hard work for you, digging through it all to pull out the key stuff. We're really focusing on the AI developments, which were huge, and, the new product reveals.
That's the plan. We've looked at coverage from Mashable, NBC News, even watched the CNET breakdown on YouTube,
Yeah.
scanned quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And the goal for this deep dive is simple. Give you the really important AI news and product updates without you having to wade through everything. We're looking for those surprising bits, the stuff that makes you think.
And it was pretty obvious from the get-go, wasn't it? One thing dominated everything.
Oh, absolutely. Gemini, that was the star of the show, no question.
So what's new with Gemini? They rolled out quite a bit.
They did. A whole new lineup, actually. So first up is Gemini 2.5 Pro. They're calling it their most powerful model yet.
Right, and they showed that demo, didn't they? Turning sketches into actual apps.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. Just drawing something and boom, the AI builds it. Imagine that.
It's kind of mind-blowing. Okay, what else?
Then there's Gemini 2.5 Flash. This one's meant to be more affordable. It's coming out early June.
More affordable, but still capable.
Apparently so. They said it's actually better on benchmarks for things like reasoning, coding, and handling, long documents or lots of information. So, yeah, seems a good value.
Getting more bang for your buck, maybe?
Kind of looks that way. And then for the really heavy-duty stuff, complex math, serious coding, they announced Gemini 2.5 Pro DeepThink.
DeepThink. Sounds intense.
It does. And it's initially just for trusted testers.
Ah, okay, so they're being a bit cautious with that one, rolling it out slowly.
Seems like it. Probably want to make sure it's solid for those really complex tasks before a wider release.
Makes sense. And how's Gemini doing overall? I heard something about leaderboards.
Yeah, they highlighted its performance on the El Marino leaderboard. It's barely topping various categories there.
For people who don't know, El Marina is like a public ranking for these AI models, right?
Exactly. It compares how different models perform on various tasks. So, yeah, Gemini showing up strong there is a pretty big deal. It backs up their claims.
And they showed it doing some unusual tasks, too. I heard something about Pokemon.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Bit of maybe a braggadocious moment. They showed Gemini completing the entire game, Pokemon Blue.
Completing the whole game, seriously.
Yep. Which, okay, it sounds like fun in games, but it actually demonstrates something important.
What's that?
It shows the model can navigate a complex, dynamic environment, even a simulated one, and make strategic choices over time. It's not just answering questions.
Right. It's planning, executing. That's a different level.
Definitely. And speaking of coding, for the developers listening, there's Jules.
Jules, the coding agent.
That's the one. It's now in public beta. The idea is it helps tackle tasks within your code base, potentially automating some of the grunt work.
So like an AI pair programmer almost.
Sort of, yeah. Aiming to streamline the workflow, handle those repetitive or complex bits of code maintenance or generation. Could free up developers for more creative stuff.
That could be really useful. What about other Gemini features? Anything else stand out?
Well, the new native audio output, that's their text-to-speech model.
Okay. How's it different?
It can now handle multiple speakers, like distinct voices, up to 2 different voices at the same time.
2 voices from one text input.
This is what it said. And it supports over 24 languages. It's already in the Gemini API, too.
So developers can use it now to make apps sound more like, well, real conversations.
Exactly. More natural, more expressive audio, differentiating speakers, broad language support. It's a nice step forward for making AI interactions feel less robotic.
Okay, interesting. And the Gemini app itself is getting an upgrade. Agent mode.
Yeah, agent mode.
Yeah.
This sounds like it goes beyond just answering questions. It's supposed to be able to actively research things for you, complete tasks based on your instructions.
Like delegating, hey, Gemini, find me flights and book the cheapest one. That kind of thing.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
Feels like a shift towards AI, not just providing information, but actually achieving outcomes for you. More collaboration.
That changes how you'd use it quite a bit.
It really does. And it's coming into Workspace, too. Gmail first this summer. Personalized smart replies.
Personalized. How so?
It uses your past emails, your documents to figure out your writing style, your tone. Then it suggests replies that actually sound like you wrote them.
Oh, that's clever. So no more generic, sounds good suggestions that don't fit.
Hopefully not. The idea is making quick replies faster, but still authentic to your voice.
I like the sound of that. What about research Anything new there?
Yep, deep research. This lets you upload your own files, like
Mhm.
documents or data.
Okay, and
And then the AI agent uses that specific context when you ask it complex questions. So it's grounded in your own information.
so if I'm researching something specific and have my own papers, it can analyze those to help me.
Precisely. Should make the answers much more relevant and accurate, especially for specialized topics. Yeah. Where general web knowledge might not be enough.
That could be powerful. And Gemini in Chrome, what's that about?
It's basically an AI assistant built right into the browser. It understands the web page you're looking at.
So you can ask questions about the page directly.
Exactly. Get summaries, find related info, ask follow-ups without leaving the page or copying text. It's rolling out now for Gemini subscribers in the US.
Making browsing smarter, essentially.
That seems to be the goal. More seamless information gathering, and they're not stopping at phones and computers.
No. Where else is Gemini heading?
They talked about bringing it to smartwatches, cars, smart TVs, basically embedding it everywhere.
Ambitious.
Very. Their ultimate goal, they said, is for Gemini to become a world model.
A world model? What does that even mean?
It means an AI that can not just process info, but plan, imagine, simulate the world. More like how humans think and interact with reality. It's a long-term vision, but shows where they're aiming.
Okay, wow. That's a lot just on Gemini. What about other AI areas like generating images or video?
Yeah, they had updates there too. Imagen 4 is the new image generation model.
Imagen 4, what's better about it?
Richer details, better visuals overall, and crucially, they say it's much better at generating text within images, like labels or signs.
Oh, yeah, that's always been tricky for AI images, getting the text right.
Exactly. So improvements there could open up a lot more uses. And for video, there's Veo 3,
Veo 3, video generation, what's the leap there?
a better understanding of physics, apparently. So more realistic movement, interactions. It can also generate sound effects, background noise, even dialogue to match the video.
Generating the audio, too, integrated.
Yeah, that's a big step towards more complete, believable AI video. And they launched a tool called Flow today for video generation.
So people can start using Veo 3 or something based on it right away?
Seems like it with Flow. And also Lyria 2, the new generative music model, that's out today too.
Music as well, they're covering all the bases.
Pretty much. And they mentioned Gemini Canvas, calling it a co-creation platform. Sounds like a space to work with the AI on creative projects.
Interesting. Okay, let's shift gears slightly. How is all this AI changing Google search? That's something everyone uses.
Big changes there too. They launched a new AI mode in the US starting today.
AI mode in search. What does it do differently?
It's designed for longer, more complex questions. It uses something called a query fan-out technique.
Fan out, meaning?
It basically breaks your complex question down into smaller related ones. It finds answers to those, then pulls it all together into one comprehensive answer for you.
Ah, okay, so does the sub-research for you.
Kind of, yeah. And they made a point of saying AI mode checks its work.
Checks its work. How?
They didn't detail the exact mechanism, but it suggests some kind of internal fact-checking or verification process, which is definitely needed.
Absolutely. Given past issues with AI accuracy.
For sure. And later this summer, AI mode gets personal context. It'll use your search history, maybe stuff from Gmail, to tailor suggestions more to you.
Making search results more relevant to the individual.
That's the idea. And there's deep search within AI mode, too.
Deeper than deep research.
Huh? Maybe? This one seems focused on digging across more websites for answers to complex queries. And they're adding data visualization, presenting results as charts or graphs sometimes.
Making complex info easier to grasp visually.
Right. And the scale here is massive. They said AI overviews are already seen by 1.5 billion users a month. So AI mode could reach a huge audience quickly.
1.5 billion. Wow. Any other big search features?
Search Live. This basically integrates Project Astra's real-time visual understanding into AI mode.
Using your phone camera in search.
Yeah. You point your phone at something, ask a question about what it sees, and get answers right there.
Like, what kind of plant is this? Or where can I buy this chair?
Exactly, that kind of thing. Merging the physical and digital worlds through search, it's pretty compelling.
Definitely. And you mentioned asking follow-up questions in Chrome.
Yeah, if you're a Google AI Pro subscriber in the US, while you're on a web page, you can ask Gemini context-specific questions about that page. Like, the example was finding campsites with river access on a park's website.
That sounds incredibly useful. No more searching the page manually.
Right. And AI overviews, the summarized answers, are expanding to over 200 countries. So this AI integration is going global,
Okay, let's talk shopping. AI seems to be making moves there too.
big time. Google mentioned their shopping graph has over 50 billion products now. 50 billion.
That's a lot of products. How does AI help navigate that?
You can just describe what you're looking for, use natural language like summer dress with floral print, and it finds matching options. It understands the intent, not just keywords.
Nice. What about that virtual try-on thing?
Oh yeah, in Google Labs. You upload a photo of yourself, and you can see how clothes would look on you, like that clueless closet, but real.
Huh. Finally. That could solve a lot of online shopping returns.
That's the hope,
Yeah.
right? Making online apparel shopping less of a gamble.
Any other shopping helpers?
Yep. An AI shopping agent. It can track items you're interested in, notify you about availability or price drops. Plus, new visual shopping features and AI-powered checkout are coming too.
So making the whole process smoother, more personalized, maybe even saving you money.
That seems to be the aim. Okay, now for something completely different. Android XR.
XR, so augmented and virtual reality. Google's getting back into that.
Looks like it. Android XR is their new OS, specifically for AR and VR. Think of it as the next step after things like Google Glass, but broader.
Or broader how?
It's designed for everything from immersive headsets to lightweight smart glasses you can wear daily. It covers the whole spectrum.
Okay, so actual hardware.
Yes, they announced Project Muhan, that's an XR headset they're building, with Samsung and Qualcomm, coming later this year.
A partnership. Interesting. What about the glasses?
They unveiled glasses with Android XR. They sound more like everyday glasses, cameras, speakers, and in-lens display. Connects to your phone.
And they look normal.
That's the push. They mentioned partnerships with Gentle Monster and Warby Parker, specifically for fashionable designs, trying to avoid the glass hole problem.
Good plan. When can we expect these?
Well, the developer tools for the glasses aren't coming until next year, so a consumer launch is likely further out.
Okay. Did they show them doing anything cool?
They did a live demo, showed the glasses translating languages in real time, and even identifying things visually, like recognizing a coffee cup logo and pulling up info.
Real-time translation on your glasses. That's sci-fi stuff.
Getting closer. It shows the potential for seamless, contextual information overlaid on your world.
Okay, what was Google Beam? I saw that name.
That's the new name for Project Starline. They're framing it now as an AI-first communication platform.
Communication, like video calls.
Exactly. They announced Google Meet translations are getting much smarter. Real-time speech translation, English and Spanish are live now for subscribers. More languages coming.
Real-time voice translation in a meeting.
Yes, and the AI can apparently match the speaker's voice and tone when translating.
Whoa. So it sounds like them, but speaking another language.
That's the claim. Makes it feel more natural, less jarring. They also teased a 3D conferencing platform they're working on.
3D conferencing, like holograms.
Sort of,
Mm.
using multiple cameras and a special 3D light field display. They're working with HP on it, early customers getting access this year, aiming for that feeling of really being in the room together.
Very futuristic. What about Project Astra? That sounded important.
It is. That's their vision for a universal AI assistant that helps you in the real world. And Gemini Live is a big part of making that happen.
Gemini Live. How's that different from just talking to Gemini?
It uses your phone's camera and mic to perceive your surroundings. You can ask it questions about what it sees and hears right there in the moment. Rolling out today for Gemini users.
So I could point my phone at my broken dishwasher and ask what's wrong with this.
Potentially, yeah. Or ask about landmarks, translate signs visually. It interacts with your environment. Could be huge for accessibility, too.
I can see that. Okay, Project Mariner. Another project name.
Mariner is an AI agent designed to interact with the web for you, to complete tasks online.
Like booking appointments or finding information across multiple sites?
Exactly. They announced it can now multitask handle up to 10 tasks at once, and it has a teach and repeat feature.
Teach and repeat.
It learns from tasks you've had to do before, so it gets better and more efficient over time. They plan to bring this into Chrome, Search AI mode, the Gemini app, showed it searching for apartments on Zillow as an example.
So automating complex web tasks, that's a powerful concept.
It really is. Now, with all this AI generation, how do we know what's real? They talked about Symphony.
Right, the watermarking tech.
Yeah, embedding invisible watermarks in AI-generated stuff. They said they've already marked over 10 billion pieces of content.
10 billion, that's massive.
It is. And they're expanding partnerships and rolling out a new Synthid detector to early testers. It'll work for images, audio, text, and video, helping identify AI content.
That seems increasingly necessary. Okay, pricing. Did they mention costs for all the top-tier AI?
They did. The Google AI Ultra subscription. There's a base plan, sounds like the existing $19.99 a month one, but the full Ultra plan,
Yeah.
a significant jump, $249.99 per month.
Wow. $250 a month. Who's that for?
That gives you the full suite, highest usage limits, probably aimed at power users, developers, businesses, really leaning into these advanced models.
Definitely a premium price point. Amidst all this powerful tech, did they talk about privacy or user control?
They made sure to emphasize it. Repeatedly stated that users can turn off these features at any time and promise transparency on privacy settings.
Important reassurances to make.
Crucial, really. As AI gets woven deeper into everything, people need to feel they have control and understand how their data is used.
So looking back at the whole event, what are the big headlines for you?
Well, number one is just Gemini everywhere. It's being integrated across the board into Search, Workspace, Android, Chrome, everything.
Yeah, it's the connective tissue now.
Absolutely. Second is the big leap in generative AI capabilities, images, video, music code. The tools are getting seriously powerful.
And third,
The emergence of these new AI-first interfaces, things like Android XR glasses, Google Beam for communication, Search Live using the camera, it signals a shift in how we'll interact with technology.
it really feels like we're moving beyond just typing into a search box.
Definitely. Which kind of leads to the big question for you listening to all this. With AI becoming so integrated, almost invisible sometimes,
Yeah.
what are the possibilities that excite you the most?